Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, Palm Springs altimeter is 2985, radar contact about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VFR. Presently landing runway 31, requesting straight in for 13.
That's available.
Ever departure of Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, coming straight in runway 13 left and clear to land. Wind is 0905.
Clear to land, runway 3 left, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, thanks.
Palm Springs clearance, plus 4658 is type PC 12 slam call, request clearance to Vegas S file.
Plus 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon. Unable to give you S file, and I'll be full route standby. Plus 4658 is cleared to the Las Vegas Airport. VFR Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs. Victor 370 to 29 Palms. Victor 538. Cresso. Join the Cresso 3 arrival. Maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 2405 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.7. Squawk 6316.
Plus 4658 is cleared to Vegas via Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 37029, Palms, Victor 538, Presso 3, initially climb 7 plus expected 025, departure 167, plus 4658.
Plus 4658, free baggage correct. Tango India Mike, connect to the ground via Echo and frequency.
Fixing to the right, yeah, Echo, remaining on this frequency, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike.
Ontario Tower says the 237 Charlie Alpha approximately 4 miles to the west inbound to land.
Number 237, Charlie Alpha, roger, inner left, traffic. Left downwind, runway 26 left, report base.
Enter left downwind 26 left to record your base 237 Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Tower United 242 on the visual for 20 right, returning for right base starting.
United 242, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 170.3.
Clear to land, 20 right to land.
Near 520 Yankee Kilo, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 210 at 1. Number 237, Charlie Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Left base land 7 Charlie Alpha.
Palm Springs ground plus 4658 is trend to weather going for taxi.
Plus 4658, Palm Springs ground, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Trail right via Echo Bravo 465.
Riverside Tower, good morning, November 2903 Alpha with you on the island.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, good afternoon. Runway 9 clear both routes, report miss.
November 2903 Alpha, lower road, runway 9, next week over to
Palm Springs Tower plus 4658 ready to go 3 and right at Bravo.
Plus 4658, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 right, clear for data.
Shift Echo 3 and right plus 465.
Here's our Yankee Kilo, rush taxi into the ramp via Alpha. Plus 4658, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure 465.
Says the 7 Charlie Alpha is clearly active taxi to the GA parking base.
Number 7 Charlie Alpha, and on this frequency taxi into the south ramp via Sierra.
South Ramp via Sierra with you 7 Charlie Alpha. Thanks.
Number 03 Alpha, confirm going around or going miss.
November 2903 Alpha going missing.
Number 03 Alpha, roger, execute the published missed approach procedure.
Flying public mid-road procedure, November 2903.
Piper 2903 Alpha, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure, 03 Alpha.
Number 03 Alpha, departure frequency 135.4.
135.4 for departure, November 2903.
Ontario Tower, November 516 Delta Mike, inbound RLS 26 left. Or 516 Delta Mike, Ontario Tower. Good afternoon, Ontario. Wind is calm. Runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land, 6 runway. Ontario Tower, November 36. Correction, 516 Delta Mike, clear to be active at uniform, taxiing to the south apron.
Number 6 Delta Mike, roger, taxi in south ramp via Sierra, remain on this frequency.
Here, Sierra on this frequency, 6 Delta.
Riverside Tower, November 2903 Alpha, inside clouds, November 2903 Alpha, in Alpha request taxi to the transient parking.
Number 2903 Alpha Riverside ground. In the future, don't switch to the ground frequency unless you're told to do so. Should stay with tower, exiting the runway all the way to the whole stroke plane. Stay on this frequency for now, taxi into the ramp via Alpha.
Taxi to west via Alpha. Okay. That's transient via Alpha.
Runway clear. Runway clearance. November 6th. Like Cherokee. I would like to attempt the I-4 rate today.
Cherry 76 Charlie Mike Jolly clearance. Good evening. Good luck on the I-4 destination. Will be Kilo Oscar X-ray.
That's Kilo Oscar X-ray Romeo. 16 Mike.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
I'm going to sign off and collect some information for this destination. I'll sign back in. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Just report when you're back with the I-4. And how long do you think it'll be? It's not going to be more than an hour, is it?
No. I have to file and get some charts and plates.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'll still be here, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll look for your flight plan to come through. Which plans up.
Las Vegas Tower Plus 4658 visual 1 on the right, 4500.
Plus 4658 Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 right, clear to land, wind 1807.
Clear to land, 1 right, 465.
Plus 658 exit right, taxi into the ramp via hotel. Remain on this frequency today.
Exit right, ramp via hotel, right, frequency 58, 465.
Ground number 953 Whiskey Alpha's Piper Comanche PH4/Alpha. Like taxi be active VFR east departure with weather.
Calling Long Beach Ground, need you just verify your call sign, please.
Sorry about that. 916 Whiskey Alpha, November 916 Whiskey Alpha.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach Ground, roger. And just confirm VFR eastbound.
Eastbound and east ramp just south of
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, roger, runway 26 right, taxi via Kilo.
okay, 25 right via Kilo, 916 Whiskey Alpha. Long Beach Tower, November 916 Whiskey Alpha, holding short of 25 right Kilo, for departure VFR east.
Ground 16 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, right down with departure.
Clear for takeoff 25 right, right down with departure 6 Whiskey Alpha.
Good day, Palm Springs, ground scanning Hotel Tango. East traffic, India, close traffic, 31 right.
Papa Hotel Tango tonight, Palm Springs, ground, say good aircraft taxi.
Gray Cessna scan.
Skyline Tango, any line, thank you, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Echo and Bravo, 31
We're center 791 Juliet, Torrance ground left clear.
Okay, Sky 791 Juliet, we see there's no clearance delivery with this field, so would we get our departure instructions with tower or with ground?
Always go with the lowest, so we'll start with ground, just say your intentions.
Okay, Sky 791 Juliet, type Cessna 172 on the south members with the numbers requesting VFR advisories to
We're 791 Juliet, roger, departure frequency 134.9er, squawk 2061.
1249, that's 2061.
Got 991 Juliet, read back is correct, are you ready to taxi now?
In a couple of minutes, just gotta go and get started. Sky 791 Juliet, south members.
Sky 791 Juliet, roger, runway 29 right. Taxi via hotel, correction, taxi via Alpha in Juliet.
29 right taxi by Alpha and Juliet, Sky 791 Juliet.
Palm Springs Tower, scanning Papa Hotel Tango. Mike is holding short runway 31 right, Bravo, and ready for departure, close traffic.
Hello guys, welcome. Another Monday and another VFR challenge. We're going to do something fun today. Excuse me. We're going to fly without ailerons. And as Toad already suggests, yeah, these are overrated. You can just fly with your rudders alone. I never did that before. But we're going to try today to fly from A to B without ailerons. It's going to be exciting. Leo, hi. Ethan, hi. This is my first official time watching you. That's awesome, Ethan. Welcome aboard. Hoping you have a great Monday and you will enjoy the stream. Yeah, please join the chat here. Kim, good to see you as well. Cheer, yeah, you're now you now have access to those cheers. You're totally right. I guess you couldn't hear those up to then because I've disabled or muted my audio. So if you try once more, they will work, I can tell you. All right, so we got beautiful weather in the Bakersfield area here at Lima 45, Bakersfield and non-towered airport, looking amazing as always. And what we're going to do is make a very short flight, but we're going to do traffic patterns as well, just with rudders alone to make turns. I have no idea whether this is too impossible or not. We're just going to have fun. Here we are, Bakersfield, Lima 45, to Schefter. I think I've never visited Schefter before. Not that is a very big deal, but I never visited the airport before. 3 runways, non-towered, as you can see, a little bit up, a little bit itchy in my throat here. A little bit north west of Meadows Field, Bakersfield, towered field, as you can see. So very, very short, but I love this region, so we could just explore a bit. And perhaps if some of you also who have a PilotEdge account jump aboard here, your own airplane, and join me here on Lima 45, we can do some fun stuff, doing pattern flying with a bunch of us with no ailerons. It's going to be exciting. Don't try and take off, but it's absolutely possible. But choose rudder with very light pressure. Yeah, Todo. We're going to see how that works. Don't try more than 15 degrees of bank or you risk over-controlling. Oh, that's a good one. I did not rehearse that before, but I can imagine that would be a risk indeed. I have to see. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so yeah, it's very, very basic. Just VFR. Perhaps you can do a traffic pattern here on Bakersfield first. Where is our little Skyhawk? She is over there. Look at that. It's such a beautiful airport. Made by GPP here. Also saw on the explain.org that now the new Mr. X LAX international airport has been released. I think it's premium. I thought it was $27 or something like that. Looking amazing. Don't know whether I will get it because I will very rarely fly from LAX. The only thing that I love is when we do the corridor and we cross the LAX Bravo airspace to just peek down and see the ramp. But more than that, but it looked awesome. It was really, really nice. How much of those roll? Exactly, Toto. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. And again, what I always love here by GPP, Uncertified Pilot Services. Nice. Okay, so let's hop into the cockpit. Also, meanwhile, just as a general update, not much of a big news, but it's exciting. This Wednesday at 17:30 Zulu, I will conduct my very first ever full IFR flight from Palm Springs to John Wayne Airport on PilotEdge. I'm really excited about that because it's my first IFR flight on PilotEdge, but also because I've been looking forward to that first IFR flight for such a long time. Already when I started my entire project here on the Uncertified Pilot, first episode, I was already thinking about that there will be a day that I would fly IFR on PilotEdge. Now, I could have been much more quicker doing that, just getting right onto the CAT ratings and do all the I ratings already. So I had a very incremental, thorough, perhaps a little bit too much of a thorough approach to learning how to fly VFR and IFR here. But that's just my... That's just me having fun learning to fly here in the sim. But now, finally, that day has arrived where I will do my first IFR flight. I will do just one, but I guess in future streams a couple, just to get myself familiar with most en route kind of procedures. Also, lost comms going to be interesting, and then I will start with the I ratings as kind of like my final check rides to see if I can pass for those. So. Exciting times, so especially if you're interested in IFR and seeing me mess up on IFR flying, be sure to follow the Wednesdays when I'm continuing on that work. Hey Chili, good to see ya. Okay, so let's get in the air without any ailerons. Are we synced? Yes, we are. Parking brakes are set. We're not going to do the external walk around. Life has fire extinguisher, blah blah blah. Doors closed, windows closed. ELT is set to auto. Flap lever is up, and our flaps are actually up. Sniper, good to see you. Just stopping by to say hi. Leave work so I can catch a fly. Thank you, man. Good to see you. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well, Snipe. We'll pass along that message to Mrs. Uncertified as well. Wonderful to see you. Cabin heat, flap levers, that was what we did. Up, mixture, throttle, trim, fuel tanks, that's in. And that's looking good as well. And my SciTech panel is working. Wonderful. Now, we can do the aileron check, but as you can see, nothing is happening. They are broke. They're still there, obviously, but they are broke. My ailerons are working, trim tab is working. Also, I've been, on a side note, I have updated my checklist. So as you know, I've made various checklists, student checklists, so with too many items, but it's kind of complete. You can never be too complete. But as a way to really understand, well, what you need to do to make an airplane fly properly, and also procedurally, VFR and IFR. Now, I've updated that. I made one for the A2As, 172 for the 182, for the airfoil labs, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just a 172. But now, because I'm more into IFR flying, I've actually expanded my checklist to also include, well, many more IFR items, also rearranged the flows a bit. This is still the old one, but now I've published my newest one, which I also laminate and I need to pick up from the university tomorrow. If you're interested in that, it's free, published on my website, UncertifiedPilot.com. It's also on my Discord. It's just the latest blog post, and you can download it right away, which I'm really, really pleased of. Also, Kim had also made some suggestions for improvements, which was very, very much appreciated. So if you spot any mistakes or have any ideas for improvements, please let me know. I'm so interested in learning more about the 172 and doing proper flows. That's also a great exercise if you're new to flight sim and PilotEdge and VFR flying. A great exercise, a great assignment, rather than just studying books about VFR flying and stuff, is just give yourself the assignment to make your own checklist. Review other checklists, see the differences, try to understand why that item is there, not only in that section at the beginning, but why it's before that one or after another item. It's such a nice assignment to really try also procedurally understand why you are doing the things that you need to do on your checklist. I really always have fun updating my checklist, so that's that. Kim, can you split screen the checklist? Can you split screen the checklist? Don't know what you're referring to, Kim. Don't know what you're meaning with that. Elaborate, please. Anyways, we did our checks here. Cold and dark is okay. Door is closed. Batteries on. That's enough. Those are enough gallons that we need. 28 degrees. That's hot. So in terms of, well, we're pretty low to sea level, but anyways, when it's hot, especially during summer times, it's good to know always to think about density, altitude in terms of your takeoff, ground roll that you need. In our case with a 172, especially with an SP, that would never be a problem, honestly. Also with the landing roll, I mean, you can take off and land with pretty much every airport with a 172 SP, but it's always a good consideration. I can hear the battery or whatever it is pull up. So that's a good sign. Transponders off 1200, that's good. Let's put down our flaps to see if they go down. Go down in sync, and they do. Bring those up. Oh yeah, I've got a question for you guys. As part of my, again, my checklist study, especially for IFR, I wondered why and if you should also check your alternate static source. I've seen a YouTube movie a long time ago that I cannot find anymore of a pilot testing that. So pulling out this little thing, I I guess, to see a difference in the aesthetic source, and you might expect differences here, or you should do that while you're climbing, or is there a check? Should you check it? And well, how should you check it? Other than just the external walk around to see if the static import thing is not obstructed by dust or stuff. If anyone knows, I would love to know. Electrical gyro, mate. Thanks, Toto. Hey, Itzy. Good to see you. Welcome. That's a spinning noise. Yeah, Roger. Electrical gyro. Okay. In terms of our checklist, we don't need anything fancy here. So again, you can see Bakersfield. Don't need the roads and stuff. There is Meadows, and there on top there should be another airport which we cannot see right now, I guess, because we're too zoomed out. Well, we'll have to see. I'm mostly concerned with the delta just to avoid that. We can also just use the map obviously to get around that delta. They're not really that much of a visual that we can use other than the, I guess, the border here, the west border of Bakersfield urban area here. We could also fly to the highway on this side and follow that until we hit Elk Hills Airport and then make a right turn. In any case, not really a primary focus for our flight today, so we can just have a bit of fun. We can also overfly the delta, obviously. In our case, I'm just very curious to see how you can fly without ailerons, especially a traffic pattern. So let's do that first here on Bakersfield. Can encounter various complications. Some are apparent on the ground, some are apparent only while climbing. Yes, depends on what you want to check. So I guess that, but is it checked? I mean, I can imagine that the thing would be broke, or that somewhere around the chain something can be broke or not work. But is it part? Should it be part of your IFR pre-flight checks to check the alternate static here? I'm not sure. Snipe Roger, thank you, and thanks again for that subscription, much appreciated. Ethan, would you be able to do conversions for US that read Imperial? Would you be able to do conversions for your, well, not from the top of my head, Ethan, but there are all kinds of sheets that you can use to do those conversions. Sorts of area for your static purchase, if you have a blocked alternate static point, you can't see that from the cockpit. Exactly, because it should be then the same. Or Toto, isn't that? I mean, there could be a scenario where you would be higher up in another airport, or while you're climbing, and there would be. Where is your alternate static secondary import? Is that in the cockpit? I believe it is, isn't it? There's one outside, which is the usual primary static port. But there's also one in the cockpit in the case that the outside one freezes, so you still have one that's not freezed, obviously, in the cockpit, I believe. But I don't know if that's true for all the 172s. Well, I need to look that up. It's interesting. I couldn't find anything about when I just Googled it, so that was why. Anyways, yes, frequencies 122.8. 122.8. It's 0.9 for shaft. I believe shaft Minter. Yes, 122.9. We also got AWAS. Do we have that also here on Bakersfield? No, we could use Meadows. In this case, I'm only interested here in the windsock that we can see outside. AWAS we can. Let's do that 121.125. We cannot pick it up just yet. And switch, obviously, in the active. Although we're going to reset it soon, so I'm actually not sure whether it will remember the frequencies. I guess not. We'll have to see. GPS, let's put that to nav. Is that this button? Yeah, it is. Off looks good. Airport elevation should be around 378-ish. 378-ish. Well, this is actually fine. It should be around 75 feet. below or above. Yes, this is still a bug that I cannot get rid of yet. How are we going to fly? I can see a windsock over there, which is actually a crosswind of about 3 to 6 knots. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. We can listen to the CDA to see what runway is actually active, is being used by pilots. In any case, we could just pick our own, I guess. Is there any AI traffic here on Bakersfield? I'm actually not sure. It's an untired field, so I expect that there would be AI traffic. And in that case, I don't want to disrupt that flow. Well, and then we need to look out for that traffic. In any case, we can pick runway 34 if we like. Hey Finbar, good to see you. What bug? Well, this bug. The heading indicator here cannot be changed. And I've been talking to sim coders, and they told me that this has to do with a bug by X-Plane. That if there's no vacuum, then this thing is not working at the start. Cannot be changed. So that should be fixed. Yes, runway 34, well, as an 8 we can set this one, don't really mind that much. And everything is in and everything is fine. Off, fuel pump on, positive fuel flow, 2, 3, cut off. Again, everything is set, park brakes are also set, no one's walking around, so clear prop. Make full in, back to both. Oil pressure's already in the green. Alternator on, we can see a rise in the M meter, which is good. Lean for max RPM. Yeah, still rise, and there's a dip, so something like this. Reset to 1000. Avionics on. Let's go mode C. And yeah, Garmin is still starting up. Let's see if that makes a difference in the frequencies. I'm not sure whether the thing actually remembers that. There's very little sense in sending it if it's a vacuum instrument before you have the engine running anyways. Yeah, but it used to work, but yes, enter. Yeah, it still set the frequencies. Okay, good. Okay, so engine is obviously, oil is not warm just yet. Let's see, everything's good. Yeah. Again, let's just see if we spot anyone else here on Bakersfield. I don't see anyone else, or I do. Yes, there's someone else. Wonderful. Very nice. As part of the VFR challenge today, I'm flying no ailerons. It's going to be exciting. I need to remember that my ailerons are not working, but I will find out soon enough. And again, I don't see any. I think it's left traffic, 3-4, yes. Not that all the AI traffic flies traffic patterns, they also fly from one field to the next, but just to make sure. I mean, this could be AI, but I believe, I'm not quite sure. I think it's a real human player. Okay. Shift 9, good. Should have actually also fastened my seatbelts. Okie doke. 24, 23. Again, it's totally offset. Oh. 16.5. Yeah, that makes sense also with the heading bug, with the runway. Good. Anything else that we need? No, we're on 75 degrees. Good. Parking brakes released. Brake test works. Let's go. Very curious to see how this goes. So Toto says, don't do any steep turns. 3-4, yes. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Popper Delta Tango, New Mike taxiing to runway 3-4 for left close traffic, Bakersfield. Everything is turning, slip indicator, heading, everything's stable. Looking good. Let's do this, guys. Again, could apply crosswind correction here, but no use with no ailerons or inoperative ailerons. Still looking out for any other traffic. The traffic there to the over our left shoulder. Very good. So left close traffic just a couple of times, then we move on to shafter. Fun, just a casual, basic. This is cool, I think. Don't know how much of a challenge it actually is, but alright, run up area. Turning around, and there we go. Where's the wind? Yeah. Just push it something I did. Don't really care that much. Engine is not in, oil temperature is not really in the green yet, so let's just give it some time to warm up. Again, we can do a flight control test, but rudders are working, ailerons are not. Mode C1200, and yeah, we're going to take off and do left hand patterns. Make sure that no one is. No, don't hear anyone on the channel. We are connected, right? Yes, we are. Okay. Man, Wednesday. First IFR flight, guys. Interesting. Really excited about that. And then all the I ratings. And then I'm going to pick up the thread again with making the 172. I need to get back into Blender again. I looked a lot of stuff up in terms of how to use the application, but it's already seeping away. But I cannot wait to continue with that series as well, to make our own 172. Alright, engine. Yeah, it's in the green. Get you full in. Again, 1800s. There we go. No initiator messages there. Pressure, everything looks good. Left mag. Good enough drop. Good. Difference. Significant difference. Idle. Looking good. No messages. Perfect. Then some strobe lights on. 1 degree of flaps. Again, we got a crosswind coming in from the left, so that means that we actually weather vane to the left. So yeah, much right rudders there, and we don't have any ailerons. So I'm hoping that this would not pose any problems. I guess not. One last time, I'm going to circle around here to make sure that I don't see any other traffic. Downwind. I don't see anyone. So not here on final. Nope. Alright. Bakersfield traffic. Skyhawk, Papa Hotel, Tango, Mike. Supporting runway 34 for left close traffic. Bakersfield. Thanks for the follow, Sparky. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, guys. No ailerons. Let's see how this goes. Okay, aligns also with our heading indicator. Wonderful. Let's do it. Full power. Full RPM. Everything looks good. Oh yeah, weather vaning to the left for sure. Right rudder. Speed is alive. 50. And 60. And rotate again. No ailerons. Which is so weird. I'm now just using my yoke here. And it doesn't do anything other than the elevator pitch. Pushing down, bit of left rudders here. This is weird. There's just a very noticeable inclination, obviously, to use my yoke as such a habit. Okay. Let's get up. Hey Steeler, good to see you. Dylan. Better than the boys from UncertifiedPilot. Thanks for the follow, Dylan. Alright. Okay, good. Now, left rudders. There comes the turn, slowly. You can see the ball there slipping. Now let's stop it here, because I don't want to fall in that trap. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning left crosswind for runway 34, touching coast, Bakersfield. Good. Come on. Whoa, this is slow, my gosh, full rudder deflection. Perhaps I can also, if I lower the throttle, then my left tendency would also decrease, left turning tendency, so that obviously plays a part. So, trim down. Again, make the turn to the left, it's easier than to the right. Watch that speed. Good enough turn or bank. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning left downwind 34, touching goes, Bakersfield. Good. Watch out, not too steep. So I guess if I just pull the throttle and then make a right turn, Casey, does it make a difference? Well, a bit, not too much. Interesting. Oh, it's much slower and more heavy than I thought, to be honest. Yes. There's the field. Quite wide of a traffic pattern, but still. One notch of flaps, push down. Again, I'm using the yoke. Doesn't work, Tim. Alright. Landing is going to be tough. Going to be very tough. And obviously with the wind we're going to be grabbed. Pray for me, guys. Pray for me. Let's already start to descend a bit. The fact that we are turning our nose a bit to the right there is okay for the winds. Finbar, it does feel interesting as well, I can tell you. Alright, almost on the 40 degree there. 45 degree. I'm gonna extend my downwind just a tiny bit so I have time to align myself with the runway.
Bakersfield traffic, November
that's taxi.
taxi to runway 34.
Taxi to parking. That's awesome to hear. So someone else. Okay, let's make that turn. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning left base for runway 34 for touching goes. Bakersfield. Taxi to parking. It sounded like him, which is wonderful. So cool to see you guys joining in on these challenges. Alright. Making that turn, not too steep, Tim. You can also put in another notch of flaps. Come on. Oh, I should have actually not went that steep. Look, I'm now full deflected to the right. Oh, Toto was not kidding. I'm not able to make the turn. Hello? It's refusing. I think that had to do with my flaps. Gonna remove the flaps. Improves a bit. Alright. Alright, let's see, guys, if we can even do this. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning final runway 34 for touch and goes, hopefully. Bakersfield. Okay. Not too much, Tim. Okay, so why with more increased flaps is it more difficult to turn, at least to the right? I should use less throttle, Kim, if I want to go to the right, isn't it? Much too fast. Again, I was just expecting to be able to just turn my yoke, but it's such a habit. Can I do this? Obviously, forward slip landing cannot be done. You can see taxi to parking already taxiing over there. Ailerons do work. I almost feel like an astronaut here. Much too fast. Alright. Full power. Well, I managed to land though. Already at VR. And up we go. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Hotel, Tingling Max on the upwind for left close traffic 3-4. Bakersfield. Not too bad. Let's try with 20 degrees flaps. It was a bit surprising to me why that would be more difficult to turn. So obviously now with full throttle we got a left turning tendency. So if I want to go to the right, I preferably would like to use less power. Also now because we are pitched up, we have more of a left turn tendency. Too much, Tim. Not too much. That's too much. So again, nose a bit down. Full to the right, full to the right. Again, need to have a little bit more power before I can. I should be much more careful making those left turns. Full deflection to the right. Again, we've got around 2300 RPM. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Hotel Tango, Mark is turning on the left downwind 3-4. Touch and goes, Bakersfield. Alright, parallel. Still, I'm not at traffic pattern altitude though. One such a, well, already had one notch of flaps, that's why. Forgot about that. That's bad. Okay, parallel. Didn't hear the other pilots. I can see him on the run-up area there. Okay, so again, let's try to land with 20 degrees of flaps. Why would that be more difficult to turn with more flaps? It doesn't make too much sense in my mind still. Okay. Let's do it again. Well, I'd like to see, expecting the other guy to take off, but Bakersfield traffic, Sky Hotel Tango Mike is turning left base 3-4 for touch and goes. Bakersfield. Alright. I love the scenery here at Bakersfield, all those fields here. Which makes sense for Bakersfield. Alright. Let's power again. You don't have ailerons, Tim. Be careful. Alright. Full right pedals. Full right pedals. The yoke doesn't work, Tim. At least not ailerons. Good. And Bakersfield traffic, Sky Hotel Tango Mike is doing final 3-4 touch and goes. Bakersfield. Alright. Lower than last time, that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Others, right others. Good. Okay, now we're going to use 20 degrees of
Skyhawk,
flex.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout November 65415 will be taking off behind the traffic in final on runway 34 and will remain in the traffic pattern, left pattern for November 65415 Bakersfield.
Nice. Okay, watch that speed. Man, I'm so concentrated. Bit to the right. This looks good in terms of glide slope and everything. Much more stable. Full flaps. Good. 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 Man. Yeah. Nose up. Bit to the right with that nose. Not too bad at all. Flaps up. And full power. One more lap. After that lap, we're gonna continue to shafter. VR. There we go. We're getting better at this. Almost feels like flying a space shuttle or a 747. You need to be thinking about turning much sooner. Interesting.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout November 65415 taking off runway 34 for left closed traffic, Bakersfield.
Alright, so got someone behind me here. Now I have my flaps up. Let's make that turn before we fly into Bakersfield, the Delta, because it's close. Alright, watch out with that turn, Tim. Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Delta Tango Mike is on the left base for runway 34. Close traffic. Bakersfield. Push down. Also helps with that right turn tendency. Yes. Again, we're not really on traffic pattern altitudes. And Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Delta Tango Mike is turning left downwind from runway 34. Good. Turning, don't go too steep, Tim. Don't go too steep. Yeah, there comes the heading bug. This is a nice bank. And turning to the right. It's looking good so far. One notch of flaps and use that to climb a bit up. I'm still nudging on the yoke using the ailerons. Okay, so on the go we're gonna go to shafter. So it's gonna be a left base or left crosswind departure.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout November 65415 turning left crosswind runway 34 for touch and go, Bakersfield.
Yeah, I can see him just over my shoulder there. Okay. Continue that turn. Let's see if we can do it as smooth as last time, guys, that landing. Hey, wannabe pilot, good to see ya. Good name. Good name. Okay. Again, very basic, gentle turn. Almost one big turn to final, actually. And Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning left base 3-4 for touch and go. On the go, we're gonna leave the traffic pattern area on the left crosswind leg.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout November 65415 turning left downwind runway 34 touch and go, Bakersfield.
Very curious to see how he's doing actually with his no ailerons trick. Go down. Again, we're too steep, Tim. Yeah, so always here on this part I have much more trouble turning my nose, my bank back to neutral.
Bakersfield traffic,
Robin 937 Bravo, taxi to runway 34.
Good one, Kim. Good one. Hey, there's another pilot. I didn't catch that. Okay. Bakersfield traffic. Skyhawk Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning final 3448. Touch and go. Bakersfield. Good. Good. Nice. 2 people joined in the challenge. That's very good to see. Yeah. Notch your flaps there. Usually I would do this at base already, but because of that very shallow bank, I thought, well, let's postpone all of that flap stuff to the final leg. Looking good. We made the field. Full flaps. Again, Tim, the yoke doesn't work for ailerons.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout number 65415 turning base, left base runway 34. We have the traffic inside Bakersfield.
Alright. Again, slow, but okay. Let's hit that center line. Oh, I forgot to pull the throttle. Not too bad. Flaps up and full power. Ah, I can see the other pilot there to the left there on the ramp. And VR. Oh yeah.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk number 65415 turning final runway 34 for touch and go. Bakersfield.
Nice. It's so cool to fly with others here in that same traffic area. It's really, really nice. Corvettes, good to see ya. How's your day going? It's going very, very well. Also, this VFR challenge of today, we're flying without or with inoperative ailerons, which is a challenge. So my ailerons are not working at all. We just need to use rudders. Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning on the left crosswind from runway 34. We're going to depart the traffic pattern area to the southwest at 2000. Bakersfield. Watch out with that bank, Tim. Not too much. Okay. Look at that slip. Full right pedals. Yeah. And there we go. And again. Yeah. Just stay clear from the delta there of Meadows. Very good. Now the airport elevation of Schafter Minter is 400 feet, so we can add up 1,000. So 1,400 feet MSL would be the traffic pattern altitude. The winds calm runway is runway 30, so that's that one. So we're going to enter that on a 45-degree downwind. You could also fly higher than 2,000 feet, particularly above 3,000 feet, so we don't need to worry, don't have to worry about the delta of Meadows, but 2,000 feet it is. Corvette, are you using FSX? No, I'm using X-Plane, X-Plane 11. No, FSX. Then you should use Prepared.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout number 65415 turning left crosswind runway 34 for touch and go. Bakersfield.
Alright, the guys are still doing their patterns. Awesome. Okay, 2,000. Let's get our RPMs to cruise. Landing lights off. We need to lean. We're below 3,000 feet MSL. Engine is still looking good. Very nice. So Meadows airfield is to the right there. Can we see it? It's perhaps just behind. No, it's further away.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout number 65415 turning left, downwind runway 34 for touch and go, Bakersfield.
It's so hard to see here with that photo reel, my gosh. At least I have a lot of trouble spotting airports tucked in the photo reel. It's such a nice day to fly here, my gosh. There we go. With our Cessna, trusty Cessna 172. A beauty, but we are going to make our own. Golf course. Yeah, all of these rivers just over the nose I noticed on the map as well. Yeah, here they are. Going to lead us to that highway. We can also already start to go a little bit more up north there. So we scratch the service area there. Yeah, that's true, Corvette. And Flight DRX, yeah. True. True.
Bakersfield traffic, Scout number 65415 turning left, base runway 34 for touch and go, Bakersfield.
What a pretty sight. Look at that. I love this area. Good speed again, everything is looking good. Can already start our turn to the northwest a bit, so using pedals. And also just using pedals during cruise, for example.
Traffic, Scout number 65415 turning final runway 34 for touch and go.
It's not too bad actually. It's totally fine. For make gentle turns, using rudders is fine, especially also for IFR flying, being precise with your heading indicator. Using your rudders to make very subtle heading changes is very, very effective, rather than using your ailerons. Man, it's so pretty. I'm gonna make a picture. Again, I'm using OBS game source. And that doesn't allow me, for some reason, to make screenshots. Yeah. Also using Instagram a bit more, which is actually kind of nice. Lots of people there posting nice flight simulator, flight simulation pictures. Especially because flight simming is so visual, obviously. So I'm also more active on Instagram. So if you have an Instagram account, please hop over to Instagram, give me a follow, and let me know what you think. Posting quick snapshots of my flights and stuff that I'm doing off stream. It's actually kind of nice. Alrighty. Making a bit of a right turn there. Yeah, Corvette, 20 souls. Yeah, it's very, very cozy in the backseat. 20 people. So we have very nice weight and balance calculations there to make this all work. Very smart about this. Right, we're still climbing. And again, remember those VFR altitudes only apply when we're flying above 3,000 feet AGL. So looking at my compass here, 3-1 and a bit corresponds. Well, we already have a bit of a drift. Yes. Runway of
Because field traffic, Skyhawk November 65415 turning left crosswind runway 34 for touch and go. Because field.
There we go. And that's going to be left downwards. Yes, we're also going to change our frequency here. To 122.
That's for Consemos Tower. I didn't catch all that. What you call it?
No tower. There we go. 122.9er. That's Schefter. Where are we flying? We're flying. Yeah, around 5 miles. 5 miles southwest. Right, 122.9. Good. And we're going to enter the left downwind on the 4530 for touch and goes. Yeah. Schefter traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel Tango, Mike is around 5 miles south west of the airport, inbound for some traffic patterns on runway 30. We're going to enter the left pattern for 30 at the 45 degree. Schefter. Okay. Good. We're going to make our right turn here. It's such a nice area. Look at these barns. It's really nice. It's so pretty. My gosh. No one on the radio just yet. Again, traffic pattern. It's going to be at 1400. 1400 feet MSL. Just want to be a bit on top of that before we near Schefter. Also looking forward to see how many scenery objects I actually have for that airport. I don't think I have custom scenery for that. Have to see. This challenge, it is interesting though to see how much you can do in terms of turning and stuff just using your rudders, especially for during cruise. I mean, the turning rate obviously is slow, but it does work. But traffic patterns, yeah, that's another ball game. Okay, let's see if we can spot Schefter already. There it is. Or isn't it? I think that... No, it does look like custom. No, it's not. Again, it's so tough to spot those airports, at least for me. Again, looking at our map here, we're very close, 2 miles west. That should be it. It doesn't look like it though. This is the wrong way. Ah, yes, I can see. I see it. I was looking at it right away, but still I couldn't quite recognize it. Schefter traffic, Sky Papa Hotel Tango, and your mic is only 45 degree for the left downwind 30 for touch and goes, Schefter. Alright, going down. So again, here's the runway that we're interested in. Left patterns, so we're going to enter that downwind here and then do some patterns. It looks good though, in terms of scenery. Rams, airplanes. It's nice. Landing lights on. Again, everything is set. Fuel tanks good. Parking brakes raised. Alright, we cannot turn that much, so I should actually start my turn a bit sooner. Alright. Bunch of flaps. It's gonna be interesting. Shifter traffic, sky Popatel tank and mic is on the left downwind 30 for touch and goes. Shifter. Alright. A bit more power. Looks good. Looks good. And I guess this challenge also kind of well, stimulates you to get a stabilized approach going. Because obviously you cannot be that quick making turns and stuff. So you're extra careful there to be in that right configuration. Hear anyone else on the channel? Don't see any other traffic. Perhaps we're a bit too tight there. Let's see. Alright. With no ailerons, let's make that turn. Shafter traffic, Sky Popatel Tango when your mic is turning left base for runway 30, touch and goes. Shifter. Good. Not too steep. Not too steep, Tim. But we have to because we're going to overshoot the runway. No, we're not. Watch that nose. Good, keep the turn going. There's traffic there, as far as I can see, at least. Shifter traffic, Sky Popatel Tango mic is turning final. Runway 30 for touch and goes. Shifter. Overshooting it, still. Let's see if we can correct for it. We extended our downwind, so we have a bit more time to correct. In theory, at least. Good, still waiting with my 20 degrees of flaps. It's a nice airport though. I like it. Reminds me of Thermal a bit. Okay, bunch of flaps. Ah, good curvette, good to hear. Alright, 2 wides. Still using my rudders here to make gentle corrections. Now this feels like a stabilized approach. You would have real trouble with a crosswind here where you need to forward slip. Make the field full flaps. Again, it's nice here. Good choice, Shafter. Alright, again, bit of right rudders there, not too much. Speeds. Right rudders, right rudders, right rudders. Good. It's up, put on the throttle, bit of right rudder. That was a bit too hard. But on the center line. Power. Looking good, looking good. There's VR. Let's get up. Shafter traffic, Sky Popatel Tango mic is on the upwind 30 for left close traffic. Shafter. Good. Hey, thanks Dad. Thanks. So I'm not using, I don't know if you've seen, but not using ailerons. I disabled those, so I'm only using the pedals, which is quite a different ball game. Such a nice scenery here. Alright, again making that turn with the pedals, not too extreme. It's perhaps even better just to turn all the way around to downwind rather than making separate base and crosswind legs. Keeping that climb going. Shafter traffic, Sky Popatel Tango mic is turning on the left downwind 30 for touch and goes. Shafter. Good. Looking good. Good. Yes. Now, right rudders. Slowly. Slowly. Parallel. Nice. One arch of flaps. Not too bad. Yeah, so the idea is just to be, you're making more shallow banks, so stay a bit more clear from the runway, so you have more time to make those channels shallow banks. And that's about it, mainly. I mean, I was a bit surprised how slow of a banking, slow banking rate you would actually be able to generate with your pedals. And also that danger of tipping over too much, where you are not able to return again using rudders. So that's nice. Okay, after this one I'm going to enable my ailerons again and do a few patterns still. There's some engine out training, will be fun as well. So I have lots of time to train. Shafter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning final for runway 30 for touch and goes. Shafter. Okay. Well, we're technically still on the crosswind, but I will keep turning. Alright, look at that speed, it's a bit too much. To stay in the white band there for our 20 degrees flaps. So waiting. That seems like. Okay. Good. Here we go. Yes, Kim. Yeah, I can imagine that at Hilversum it would be quite different. The local Dutch airport there in the Netherlands, we've got such crowded airspace. Yeah, you cannot just fly such big traffic patterns. You need to stay very close to the airfield. These are lazy traffic patterns in those terms. Alright, again, made the field. Full flaps. Now let's see if we can butter this landing with rudders only. Too much. Nice shimmy to the left there. A little bit of a crab skidding, but it was okay. Okay. Let's get full power here.
Shift to field traffic, Skyhawk number 65415, we are at 2000. We are 2000 feet, around 7 miles to the south of the field inbound for a few touch and goes on runway 30, planning a 45-degree left, downwind 30 entry. Shift to field.
Alright, edit failures, fix all systems. Oh, we got ailerons back. Oh, what a nice feeling. It was a nice challenge. So now the other guys are coming into Shafter, which is going to be fun. They're still out. Alright. Thursday we're actually a bit drifting off already. Shafter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is on the left crosswind from runway 30 for left closed traffic. Shafter. Now we can make
field traffic, Scout number 65415, altitude 1900, 5 miles to the south of the field. We have the traffic in sight and approaching the field for touch and go. Runway 30.
Alright,
Shift to field.
let's see if we can see him. Schefter traffic, Skycorp tilting and Mike is only left downwind 30 for touch and goes. Schefter. Do we see that other traffic? Now it's gonna get interesting, guys. Multiple people in the traffic pattern is so much more challenging than just flying solo, obviously. It's down trim. Still looking, cannot see the other traffic. They see me, so that's a good sign. Run out your flaps. They're only 45, so it should be a bit more on the right there, but see them. If you're curious, you can hop over to PilotEdge.net and look at the radar there, and you can see us mingling around here. Alright, let's go down. And down we go. Changing a left on our engine power. Oh, really? That's interesting, Dad. Oh, should not go nose up. That's how you stalled him. Okay, make that turn to Schefter traffic, Sky proper tilting. Mike is turning left crosswind 30 for touch and goes. Schefter. Still no call, position call there of the other pilot in the pattern. So that seems like good separation. 20 degrees of flaps. To the right. Schefter traffic, Skycorp tilting, Mike is turning final 30 for touch and goes. Schefter. Let's look to the left as well. We can see that other traffic. Not yet. Nice stabilized. Oh man, this is so much more easy with ailerons, obviously. Oh, nice. It's a nice airport. What kind of scenarios can we practice? Well, engine outs might be fine. Just go idle on downwind. You can also shift runways. Might also be nice. Made the field, full flaps. Alright, now we should be able to really land well.
Schefter field traffic, scout number 65415 on the 45 left, downwind runway 30 for touch and go, Schefter field.
Nice, bleed off that energy. Bleed off that energy, bleed off that energy. Nice! Okay, full power again. Center, 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 good. 60. And up we go. And Schefter traffic, Skycorp tilting and Mike's in the upwind 30 left close traffic. Schefter. Good. Trim again. Here we go.
Schefter field traffic, scout number 65415, altitude 1400 at the threshold, turning into left downwind runway 30 for touch and go, Schefter field.
Alright, sounds good. And Schefter traffic, Skycorp tilting and Mike is turning left crosswind from runway 30, looking for the other traffic on the downwind. Schefter. So the idea is, there's the traffic inside. The idea is obviously now, in a traffic pattern with multiple pilots, that you create some shared situational awareness. So I know now where the other traffic is, but that traffic should also know that we have the traffic inside. So the whole idea is with CTAF, non-towered flying, is that you update one another, that everyone knows what everyone else knows, to make a safe traffic pattern flow going. And Schefter traffic, Skycorp tilting and Mike is on the left down with 30, number 2. Schefter. Good. Next to the left, runway to the left, good. Same altitude. Nice. This is cool. Really appreciate Taxi to Parking being here, flying with us here, joining the VFR challenge. This is cool. But imagine doing these traffic patterns with 3 people. Oh, other traffic there on top. Oh my gosh.
Chesterfield traffic, Skyhawk number 65415, turning left base runway 30 for touch and go. Chesterfield.
Okay, crossing the field. That's interesting. Perhaps someone else is going to join us as well. We don't know. So we don't have the traffic inside anymore. Ah, I see the traffic. Now you can see when another airplane makes a turn in the traffic pattern, he or she becomes much more visible because there's much more surface now visible in the pattern rather than now being in the turn. We're also exceedingly passing that traffic. So we're going to extend our downwind. Chef for traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is going to extend the our downwind leg here for runway 30. We have the traffic inside, so create some separation. Schefter. Good.
Chesterfield traffic, Sky number 65415, turning final runway 30 for touch and go. Chesterfield.
Okay, good. We've already put in 1 notch of flaps. Shifter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning left base 30, number 2. Shifter. Good. So we're a bit farther away from the airport. So in case of an engine out, we have a bit of trouble, but we got good separation. You can see the beacon light there flashing. Because we don't want to go down and we have flaps, I'm going to increase my speed here. Shifter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning final 30. We have the traffic inside, number 2. Shifter. Alright. Don't hear anyone else in the traffic pattern. That other traffic that we saw overflying, I don't see anymore. We're going quite fast. Well, I guess the Skyhawk in front of us, I believe it was a Skyhawk, I'm not actually sure, I should have known. Obviously it takes some more time on the runway. So, we don't need to go that fast. Ah, there's another traffic there on the ramp. It's nice, cool. That's fun. Alright, he's already on the upwind. Full flaps. Again. Try again. Oh, my donation notifications now show up every time I do full flaps. That's a bit annoying. There we go.
Chesterfield traffic, Scout number 65415, turning left crosswind runway 30 for touch and go. Chesterfield.
Still a lot of energy there. So that's improper speed management on my part. Look at how oh, I still have my throttle in. Oh my gosh, I thought I was already at idle. Just floating there. Alright, full power. Let's pull that yoke. Traffic pattern flying is fun. Much consists of many elemental flight skills and procedures. It's nice. Shefter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is on the upwind 30. I think traffic, sorry, number 2. Shefter. There it is.
Chesterfield traffic, Scout number 65415, turning left downwind runway 30 for touch and go. Chesterfield.
Going up, again traffic pattern would be around 1400, so minus 300 would be 1100, so that's going to be our altitudes. To turn to our crosswind leg. Chapter traffic, Skyport Delta Mike is turning left, crosswind 30 for touch and goes. Number 2, Chester. See the traffic. Still some climbing needed. There's the runway. Cruise speed. Now let's do a simulated engine out. And Chevrolet traffic, Skyhawk Papa Delta Mike start turning on the left downwind 30 touch and goes. Shift. Alright, midfield, gonna not really cut the engine, go idle and see if I manage to land. Alright, there we go, can see. No, I cannot see. Where is the other traffic? Can you lose sight of things? Ah, there he is. Okay. A bit farther away at the traffic pattern. Okay, so cut off. The Chevrolet traffic Skypop Delta Mike has a simulated engine out for runway 30. Shifter. Okay, so we pretend that we don't have any power. We still have to make the runway.
Chesterfield traffic, Scout number 65415. We will extend our left downwind 30 for the traffic with the engine failure. Chesterfield.
Very nice. Okay, so we're already kind of on the base. Let's put our additional flap in as well. The only danger is because we're going to make a steep turn to the left with significant flaps, your stall speed becomes increased as well. There's the other traffic. Nice. Alright, again. Looking good, full flaps. There we go, 30, looking good. Good speed. And bleed off that energy. Wow, that's smooth. Good. Laps up. And Chapter traffic, Skypop Delta Mike made the field. It's going to continue the upwind here on 30 to remain close traffic 30. Chapter.
Chesterfield traffic, Scout number 65415, turning left base runway 30, and that's going to be our last touch and go.
Yeah,
Chesterfield.
That's a good call. So runway 8 there is closed. Interesting. It'd also be fun to pick that other runway, and that's runway 35. Runway 35. That might be fun as well.
Chesterfield traffic, Cessna November 6 5415, turning in long final runway 34 for touch and go. Chesterfield.
This is interesting. The Chapter traffic Skypop Delta Mike is shifted to runway 35 for now. Only left downwind for runway 35. We have the other traffic for 30 in sight. Chapter. Okay. Still, I should have already retracted my flaps there. Alright. We're now parallel with that runway. Interesting. Direct point of flying is really cool. Okay.
Chesterfield traffic, Scout number 65415 on the 2 miles final runway 30 for touch and go. Chesterfield.
Touch and go. Alright, I thought it was for a full stop. Ah, there he is. sure now. And Shafter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning left base for runway 35 for touch and goes. Shafter. Very good. And there is our base. Traffic is... Do I see the traffic? Not anymore. I do see other traffic there at 30. Oh yeah, there you can see. Someone is actually watching there at 30. That's nice. Again, I should have already put in my flaps and stuff, which I didn't. Because I'm not trained. Out of shape. Just wait with my 20 degrees there. We're not in the white band. Shafter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is turning final runway 35 for touch and goes. Shafter. And I guess we need to make right patterns? No, left patterns. That's interesting.
Shafter 779, so your uniform was taking off runway 30, staying in the pattern, left pattern.
Alright, that's cool. Someone else is joining. That's wonderful. But then I'm gonna join the left downwind for 30 as well. Because I'm still too fast. I need to slow down here with forward slipping. There we go. There's my bunch of flaps. Change of scenes here, which is nice. So fast still. Look at that. Not pleased with that at all. Full power. Dance on those pedals.
Shafter traffic, Scout number 65415 turning left crosswind runway 30 for full stop Shafter field.
Right. And Shafter traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is just apart of runway 35. We're going to join the upwind leg here of runway 30, number 2, the traffic pattern. We have the other. We're looking for the other traffic. Shafter. Ah, there it is. Traffic inside. Good. There's the traffic. The other guy over there. So let's get behind. Still in that climb, already 300 feet flaps up. This is cool. Good practice.
Shafter field traffic, Scout number 65415 turning left downwind runway 30 for full stop Shafter field.
Shepard Field traffic 7790 uniforms turning left crosswind for 30, touch and go.
Very good. You can see him in front of me. We're actually quite close. Just because I'm not really climbing that fast, so. Ah, this is nice. This is so cool. This is what I mean with a more social experience, flying on PilotEdge with multiple people. And then obviously the pilot events that are organized monthly are also aimed for specifically that purpose. Let's see. Obviously we are not in sync. General turn here because I don't hear the other guy.
Sheffield traffic 7790 forms turning left downwind for 30, touch and go.
And Shafter traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Delta Tango Mike is now turning left crosswind for runway 30. Close traffic. Shafter. Should have mentioned number 2. I can see him. Good. Reset to cruise. There's my runway. There it is. We're now crossing actually that departure end. Is indeed runway 30. We're now flying 22. Well, actually a bit less. Good. Yeah, that makes sense. And other traffic is over there. Yes. Okay. A bit higher. Perhaps after this one we can just contact
Chesterfield traffic, Scout
Bakersfield.
November 65415 turning left, base runway 30 for full stop, Chesterfield.
Or number 3 we are. Wat moet ik eigenlijk zeggen? And Shadow Traffic Skype Hotel Tango Mike is now turning left downwind from runway 30 for touch and goes for number 3. Okay. So again, the challenge is to not only focus on where you are and what you're doing in the traffic pattern, but at the same time also remembering where the other guys are, so you have a sense of separation. Situational awareness, which is yeah, hard to come by as a VFR pilot on PilotEdge, where mostly people are flying airliners and stuff. So these VFR challenges in this sense is actually quite cool. Wow.
Chesterfield traffic has Scout November 65415 turning final runway 30 for full stop, Chesterfield.
Gaining on the other guy. So let's just tuck behind him. Um, 118.1. That's the tower frequency of Bakersfield. Would be fun to get there afterwards. This is 118.6.
Sheffield traffic 779 to your uniforms, turning left base for 30, touch and go.
You can see him. Now he makes the turn. This is so cool. Okay, joining the pattern again. Again, I'm following his line, but I'm actually not flying my own course. Already a bit farther away from the traffic pattern. Again, the distance that you need to fly from your runway in terms of traffic pattern, this is in the case of an engine out. Can you still make it? Can you still glide to the airfield if you have an engine out? In my case, I'm a bit too far. So he's turning base. Sheffield traffic Skype Hotel Tango Mike is extending our left downwind to make spacing for the traffic on the base. Sheffield.
Sheffield 779 to your uniforms, turning final for 30, touch and go.
Very good.
Chesterfield traffic, Scout November 65415, runway 30 is vacated and now taxiing to parking. Chesterfield.
Good calls, guys. It's so cool. Sheffield traffic Skype Hotel Tango Mike can only left base 30, number 2. Sheffield. Okay, you can see the other traffic there. Good separation. Let's make that turn. Watch out in this turn because you're slow and low. Usually with 20 degrees of flaps. Overshooting that runway. I've been made twice or 3 times today. Which is not good. And Sheffield traffic Skype Hotel Tango Mike is now on long final runway 30, number 2. Sheffield. Good. Traffic there on very, very short final. You can see taxi to parking there. Taxiing to parking. Very nice. Alright, let's go slower here. The white band, again 20 degrees of flaps. Okay, the traffic in front of me is now running on the upwind. Okay, so what we're going to do in the next round, actually, is we're going to depart the left downwind there of runway 30, and then we're going to fly to Bakersfield and park over there, so we still have some ATC going, which I think is nice. Flaps. Again, we're too fast.
Chesterfield traffic, South November 65415 crossing runway 35 Chesterfield.
Not too bad. 10 degrees of flaps, full power, track that center line, lands on the pedals.
Chesterfield traffic 779 Sierra uniforms turning left crosswind for 30 full stop.
Alrighty. Shafter traffic, Sky Pop Hotel Tango Unimac is on the upwind runway 30. We have the traffic on the crosswind inside. Shafter. Good. I'm going to already listen to the
Meadows
ATIS.
Field Information Mike. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind 260 at 5. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear.
779 Sierra, Chesterfield 779 Sierra uniforms on left downwind for 30 full stop.
Arriving runway 30
I think
right.
that was 2992, but I'm not sure. 2992. Speed is a bit slow because I cannot apparently do two things at the same time. There we go. There's the other traffic. Shafter traffic. Skybox Delta Mike is turning left crosswind 30. Number 2. Shifter. I did not announce my departure intentions actually. Could have done that before. There we go. Now instead of just staying at traffic pattern altitude, I'm going to climb through it. So we also escape that traffic pattern flow. Put our flaps up here. Okay. Shafter traffic, Sky Pop Hotel Tango Mike is going to leave the traffic pattern area to the west. Going to fly to 2,000 feet to Meadows Airfield. Last call. Shadow. Shafter. Good. Switch to tower. Should hear PilotEdge other pilots right now. 118.1. That's correct. What was the
Meadows Field Information Mike.
Mike? Okay. And we got runways. Meadows. There we go. We got runway 30 is the same. Good. Miles. Okay, so we can look at the GPS here. So we're about 7 miles northwest of Bakersfield. Very good. Let's trim. Let's see. Yes. Meadows Tower, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel, Tango, Mike. It's about 7 miles northwest of the field, currently at 2,400 with Mike inbound for full stop.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike Bakersfield Tower and left down runway 30 right port midfield.
Left downwind 30 right to report midfield after Mike. Good. Which is practically the same as our downwind leg that we flew on Shafter. Right, so we're already on the downwind. In terms, I don't see the airport just yet. And the field is at what elevation? 500, so I guess 1500. That's also pretty much the same as on Shafter. We can use the GPS here to see where the airfield is. Still Around 7 miles indeed in front of us. Can we spot it already? I think it's over there, some buildings. Thanks for the follow, Toby. Thanks, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Yes, so the question is, where is the field? Where is the field? And again, I always have so much trouble spotting the airfield. That looks like hangars. Yep, that's it. 30 right over there. Yeah, so we can...
Southwest 2306, contact LA Center on 128.6.
So I'm not familiar with this controller, so that's nice as well. New voice. I think PilotEdge is taking on new controllers. Also heard another female controller a few days ago, which is also good to hear. Line lights, everything is on.
Southwest 2306, contact LA Center 128.6.
Well, that was fun, guys. It was very cool to see others joining in the challenge as well, and just to crowd that that traffic pattern. Also at Bakersfield, by the way, but also at Shafter. Really makes a lot more fun. It's cool. Appreciate it.
JetBlue 123, contact Josh approach 126.1.
Alright, down. There's the field, a huge runway, Bakersfield.
Southwest 2306, LA Center, the Limburg altimeter 3001.
Everything is set. Coming in. Need to report
JetBlue
field.
123, Josh approach Victorville altimeter 2999. And JetBlue 123, you got traffic
Compass
to your
indicator
4
check.
o'clock,
3 miles, same direction, altitude indicates 16,500, height button mode.
Alright. Could be that the tower already knows, already sees us here on midfield and is going to clear us for the landing. Anyways, without us asking or doing our position reports. Usually those position reports are just reminders for the controllers to know where we are.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, runway 30 right, clear to land, wind 2606.
Clear to land 30 right, Papa Hotel Mike, thanks. Good. Bunch of flaps. There we are. Runway 30 right has a huge displaced threshold, so rather than looking at the entire runway there, I should actually only look at the numbers, which are just over our left runway, yeah, over our left wing, and that will be our reference. So already lower our nose just a tiny bit. Clear to land, everything looks good. Let's make that turn. Hey Toby, you're the new controller, awesome! You got a good controller voice. Yeah, it's good. For how much that counts, but thank you for letting me know that you love the stream. Alright, on the base, in the white band, 20 knots, 20 degrees of flaps. Good to know, Toby. Again, welcome to the stream, appreciate it. Alrighty, again, final check, no one else is there.
JetBlue
123, contact local approach.
Ah, that's the other
132.2.
controller. I thought we was done. That's what happened, I guess. This is the other female controller that I was mentioning. Look at that display threshold. My gosh, especially for 3-0 left. Now, because we want to park over
JetBlue
here,
123, local approach. Altimeter 2999. I advise when you have
we don't have to use the entire runway.
Visual approach, runway 15, unless you have another request.
Still, we're going fast. Like to be 65-ish. So there we go. Obviously, we made the field already. Full flaps. Bring that speed down. We can go all the way to the bottom of the wide arc, pretty much. So we're still quite fast, actually. Looking good. Bring that nose up. Up. There we're dropping. There was a bit too much power. That was not ballooning, but I still had too much throttle on. Not pretty, but it worked. Flaps up. And there we are at Bakersfield. That was a fun tour here in the Bakersfield area. Too fast. That's Gulf. So we're gonna get very simple taxi instructions, I guess, just via Alpha.
HTIAM, taxi to parking via Alpha, remain this frequency. Have a good day.
Via Alpha to parking, remain on this frequency. Thanks. Have a good day as well. Pop to the mic. All right. Via Alpha to parking. Landing lights off. Let's lean for ground a bit. That's good. Got a fuel tank express truck coming in, and it's also going our way. My gosh. Let me see what. Is it this exit? Yeah, it's this exit. Let's watch out for the guys. Oh yeah, obviously. Gonna. Come on, move on.
John Wayne, clearance, Sky up 803.
Yeah, it's me, the uncertified pilot. Go on, go on. You're on the stream. Come on.
Skyhawk 803, Colima, John Wayne clearance. Good morning. Clear to Bob Hope Airport.
There
VFR heading 220. Right of access to Seal Beach. Then as filed.
Even VIP servers.
Maintain 2000. Expect 4,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 6335.
Heading 220, report Seal Beach, altitude 2000, maintain 2000, expect 4,000 5 minutes after departure, frequency 128.1, squawk 6365, 803.
Let's turn around here.
3 kilometers heading 220, expect radar vectors to Seal Beach.
Boom.
No need to report.
There we are.
You can expect 4,000.
Is this plane you made? No, Vetter.
Squawk is
No,
6335, 6335.
That's heading 220
off,
and squawk.
avionics off. Off both. Looks good. Sounds good. I meant off. And batteries off. And there we are. No, Vetter, I'm still working on the 172 XTM. I'd like to finish my IFR flying first here at PilotEdge, doing all of the I ratings, and then I'm going to continue that project with the 172. Start on Blender, do all the 3D modeling. I cannot wait to start with that, but there's so much fun stuff to do. So I'm just doing things step by step and just get the most out of this wonderful hobby. So things still feel quite fresh. Nice Austin's vegan food. Again, Austin is the CEO of X-Plane. Yeah, he should incorporate Lemonade research. Awesome. Yeah, that was a really fun flight, actually. Flying without ailerons, that turned out to be quite new. Let me see. There we are here at Bakersfield. Look at that, it looks so pretty. But that was cool. Not that difficult though. You feel much more like a 747, making very gentle banks there to stay into the traffic, to stay in the traffic pattern. Did not expect that it would be that much of a risk to overbank while using the rudders. And obviously, if you think about it, it makes sense though. But it was much more exaggerated, at least in my mind, when I did those traffic patterns only with the rudders. So that was new and interesting. And obviously, the flying with the other guys here in also at Bakersfield, but also at Schefter was really nice and much fun. Also like this small trip detour to Bakersfield as well. Just talking to Toby, apparently. Really fun. I like this community, guys. Flight simmers, it's awesome. Alrighty then. So that completes the flight again. Wednesday at 17:30 Zulu time, I will do proper training in terms of IFR. I will do my very first end-to-end IFR flight on PilotEdge from Palm Springs to John Wayne, hoping that I will survive. Been looking forward to that flight for quite some time. So if you'd like to be part of that first experience, be sure to be there. 17:30 Zulu time on the Wednesday. Guys, as always, happy flights and blue skies. Bye.
Palm Springs Tower, Skyline Hotel Tango, the mic is 10 miles north of 3000. Information X-ray for a full stop. Left at S2.E51.
Papa Hotel Tango Indy Link, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Papa Hotel Tango Indy Link, Palm Springs altimeter is 2985, radar contact about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VOR. Presently landing runway 31, you're requesting straight in for 13.
That's available distance.
Ever correction, Papa Hotel Tango Indy Link, make straight in runway 13 left. Clear to land. Wind 0905.
Clear to land, runway 3 left. Papa Hotel Tango Indy Link.
Palm Springs clearance plus 4658 is type visit Reynolds time call frequency clearance to Vegas S5.
Hollis 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon. I'm going to give you that file. I'll be forward stepping. Hollis 4658 is cleared to Las Vegas Airport. VFR Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs. Victor 370 to 29 Palms. Victor 538. Cresto. Joining Cresto 311. Maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 2, 405 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.7, squawk 6316.
Plus 4658 is cleared to Vegas via Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 37029, Palms, Victor 538, Espresso,